Hey guys, welcome back to the Raw review for December 29th, 2025. This was the last show of 2025. And this one was not taped. This was not a tape show, so people didn't really know what was going on in this episode. So it felt a little bit better to see an episode with a little bit more effort and not taped and everybody's gone. And you could tell people was just doing show after show in a row, you know. But as you can see, the headline for the night was the Usos defeat Styles and Lee to win the World Tag Team Championship, which I like. It was a pretty exciting match, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to, I'm going to give my thoughts and my opinions very soon. CM Punk and Braun Breaker traded shocking insults. I mean, this was so like catered to, so CM Punk got so protected here. Like you got Logan, Theory, Bronson, and they just didn't beat him up and do nothing. They let him come in the ring just so he can have another promo. Every week Braun Breaker got to have a promo now. Ever since he wanted to challenge CM Punk for the title just out of nowhere, even though Bronson Reed was the one who beat Roman Reigns, but for some odd reason Braun Breaker could be the one to just get the title shot for no damn reason. For some odd reason. I mean, I guess this was a good debate. I guess. I mean, CM Punk does have some good lines. I think the crowd was kind of dead though, and I think it was kind of a struggle. I'm trying to remember what happened here because I did see this, but that was pretty much it. He just walked away, all blah 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 blah. Nothing really happened too much. It was high, like I said, they didn't jump him, they didn't attack him. What I don't understand is that why is CM Punk not getting any backup or any help? Like Division is just constantly getting new members, but CM Punk has no one. He has no one. Like at the end of the show, Penta comes back to help Rey Mysterio, but nobody helps CM Punk. What's up with that? Women's World Champion Stephanie Valkyrie defeats Nikki Bella and Raquel Rodriguez in a triple threat match. Now, I knew Stephanie was going to win. That's who I picked to win this match. I was hoping like hell they didn't give it to Nikki on some crazy stuff, but I knew Raquel. Stephanie, I mean, this was just a waste of Stephanie's time. That's all you're doing with Stephanie's booking is wasting her time fighting jobbers. Like Raquel was literally just in the women's tag team division. Now all of a sudden could go for singles. Come on, makes no sense. Nikki was a jobber, never winning anything. Now all of a sudden could just go for singles gold. It makes no sense. And then Stephanie already beat both of these girls clean. Now she got to fight both of them again in a triple threat. Talk about a complete waste of time. A complete waste of time and a lack of way of building Stephanie. You know, you got some people say, "Oh, Stephanie sucks. She's just this." Like Stephanie was really good in NXT. It's just once she got on the main roster, Mr. H just wasn't using her. Triple H just wasn't using her. He had her on the main roster for like 2, 3 months in a row and didn't do nothing with her. And then all of a sudden, she won that one tournament, like that. And then ever since she got the title, she hasn't done anything really. Haven't booked her really to do anything important or special. Rhea Ripley and EO Sky brawl with the Kabuki Warriors. And whoop de doo. Here they go fighting again. And then what makes it even worse, the Kabuki Warriors do not get the upper hand. Again, this is why wrestling sucks nowadays because the favoritism is too strong. It's like the favorites always get the upper hand when they're feuding. Just like EO. Just imagine if the Kabuki Warriors would have decimated Rhea and EO. That would have been maybe something to see. But nope, no. No, even though Kabuki Warriors have been losing in singles matches and recently lost in a tag match, even though they have the title, so apparently that means nothing. And now they're getting beaten down again by Rhea and Io. And something else I noticed that this crossed my mind. I noticed that like this is why Rhea Ripley. This is why like this almost deserves a topic videos, but y'all know I don't be having time for those no more. But this is why they put Rhea Ripley with EO Sky. And I realized it was not only was it to break up the Kabuki Warriors damage control, which weakened them, but also is to get rid of EO's character, her charisma, and her popularity. Because EO was getting really popular. Let's be honest. She got the whole emo thing. She was getting popular. I'm not going to lie. So here it go. Let's stick Rhea Ripley with her. So now whatever EO does floats around Rhea Ripley, and then it's all about Rhea Ripley. Like you don't even hear EO Sky's theme music no more, right? Like soon as they come out, you just hear EO's music, and then EO just be standing there looking weird. Her character is gone. He's destroying her popularity and allowing Rhea to suck all her popularity out of her and give it to Rhea. Look, Rhea is already over, so there's no point in putting Rhea with EO. That's how you know what I'm saying is true. Cause what's the point of putting Rhea with EO if Rhea already over? She's over in singles. She never needed to be champ. She was always going for the gold. She never needed to be tag title. Like it makes no sense. But that's why. So EO's character can just constantly get just devalued because you're constantly around Rhea, who's gonna forever get the pops. EO is just not, and you know, and if they get a win or if something happens, it's because you're on teams with Rhea, and or because Rhea was there for you. I think it was situations too where Rhea wasn't there and EO was just getting beat up, and that was like the only time that would happen was Rhea when Rhea wasn't there. Gunther defeats R-Truth via submission. Why is Gunther? This is, oh my God. Gunther is beating the lowest of the low tier jobber. And then you already choked Cena out. Now you do stupid stuff, nothing stuff for 2 weeks. Now you choke his like best friend out at 3 weeks, who's a complete jobber. This is horrible for both of these dudes. This is horrible for Gunther and R-Truth because Gunther should be fighting way more stronger opponents, top tier opponents, and R-Truth shouldn't be getting embarrassed like this, especially knowing he has a connection to John Cena. It's just stupid. It doesn't make Gunther look any stronger or better. The Judgment Day try to get back on the same page. Yeah, you know, you see, ever since Liv Morgan came around, here it goes. Finna be dysfunction, just like how it's always dysfunction between Finn Balor and JD and Dom. Here it go. Liv Morgan's here. Now it's dysfunction between Liv Morgan and Raquel. What a coinky dink. Man, they be thinking people stupid. But Rey Mysterio defeats Austin Theory via disqualification. So Austin Theory is back. We get to see him wrestle. He curve stomping. I heard word on the street is that he's a plant for Seth Rollins, and I'm like, that's a good idea. Honestly, that could be true. That could actually be true because we know this group gonna freaking implode anyways, like they did on Seth. So that actually makes a lot of sense. Theory's back. You're fighting Rey Mysterio, you know. This is actually a pretty decent match, but at the end, nobody won. Right? It got interfered. I think Logan Paul or something jumped in and attacked, and then it turned into a brawl. And then Penta came out, right? Penta come back who was supposedly injured, probably never injured. Cause what a coincidence. Two people on both sides of the tournament would get injured and they were like in the same position. What a strange coincidence. But Penta comes back. Apparently, Rey Mysterio gets help from a luchador. What? Because he's luchador? Why is Penta helping Rey? Because he's a luchador? What the fuck? And even though I think Rey Mysterio Penta would be actually a good tag team, actually, I would find that tag team more interesting than AJ Styles, Dragon Lee. But anyways, Penta's back. He helps him go off. Penta's still going to be a jobber. Rey Mysterio is a Hall of Famer legend who's being treated as a jobber. Becky Lynch confronted Maxine Dupree. Maxine all of a sudden it has some character. You know what? It's like I was always a fan of Maxine Dupree, but I'm not a fan of the effort that they're putting into her, but no one else. Like it doesn't make any sense for Maxine to literally be nothing, doing nothing, and then all of a sudden they put all this time and effort into her to try to make her a badass. Like what? What? Like you know what I'm saying? Like all the other talent that you could try to make to be a badass, but we're gonna do it to Maxine and we're gonna have her win a title over Becky, which makes it even worse. This was actually good, especially for Becky though. Becky's promos are always pretty good in my honest opinion. Maxine, I don't know. It's kind of hard to take her seriously, especially after this build and run. I don't know. It's hard to take this seriously. But Becky did do well. I do think the segment is probably better than what we seen earlier. I don't know. I kind of forget what happened with CM Punk and Braun. I think it was the same OBS. Braun bitching and shit. I don't know. But I know I enjoyed this one though, especially again because of Becky. The Usos defeat AJ Styles and Dragon Lee to win the World Tag Team Championships. So this was the end of the episode, and I did predict the Usos to win. I did. I didn't think the Usos were gonna lose right here because I'm like, okay, they put them back together. They're gonna do something because they got to do something with Jay. As much as Mr. Ace doesn't like booking Jay or Jimmy Good, he feels like he always has to do at least something with them because of the popularity and the Yeet thing. So now his whole singles run is done. The whole Roman heel turn stuff was for nothing, just for Jay to be a loser. Now he gets back with his brother to go back to tag team mode. And now all of a sudden y'all win the tag team belts. I mean, they had one match against the New Day one, and then they won. Like, I mean, I did like the match. I do like to see the Usos on teams together. I really do like to see that. But I feel like this wasn't the biggest of the biggest win though, because you beat some awkward ass team that ain't really a tag team. You know, you beat AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, you know, like, and they didn't even have the best title run. You know, what they defended their titles, I think maybe twice, maybe. You know, not the most biggest type of run, like to make it seem like it was really about something. But it was still a good match, though. Don't get me wrong. I still enjoyed the match. The crowd was definitely into it, and everybody was happy that they won. You know, it just kind of sucks that whole Jey Uso singles push is kind of out the door. You know, that kind of sucks a little bit. But hey, we know they're going to get booked like trash anyways under Mr. A. So y'all take care. This episode was better than SmackDown. SmackDown, that I had to get that a 1.0, bro. That was just that bad. This can get a little bit better, right? This is almost a 3. Yeah, I get it's a 3. A 3.0 out of 10. All right, hit that like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Hopefully, one of these days I can get a live stream going again. I see y'all do enjoy those. All right, guys. I'll see you later.